Hi, I'm George, and I'll be showing you how to use the Photoshop Elements Content Aware Move tool so we can do things like that, actually move an image to a different part of the photograph. Now if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, click on share, click on subscribe, take a look at my channel for a bunch more Photoshop Elements videos, and also take a look at my complete training course for Photoshop Elements. My brand new course for Photoshop Elements 2021 has just come out, and you'll find a link for that right down there in the description. Okay, on this we'll start with a brand new image right here. I'll just get rid of that background. There we go. And as you can see here, it's a good picture, interesting shot, except that she's off center. Two ways to solve this. One would be to crop in to make that work out, get her more centered. That's one way to go. Or we can actually move her over towards the center in here by using the Content Aware Move tool. And you find that right down here. Now, one thing about this tool, just click on that, there it is. It's going to make its change right on the layer that you're on. So you want to make a copy of your background layer. Right click and duplicate layer, choose OK. That's a safety. In case this doesn't work, we can always go back to the original background layer right there and we're safe. So that's all set. And with this tool, you make a selection around your subject and then pull your subject over. It's pretty straightforward. We have our standard selection tools right down here. There's a new selection, add to, subtract from, intersection. We'll be using the new selection tool. You can move or extend. We just want to do a move, that's fine. Healing controls how much healing is done on the image. And we may need to adjust this. We'll have to see how it goes. Sample all layers is not needed here. We only have just the one layer. But if you are already working on something, you have several overlapping layers and you want to move stuff on several layers at once, that's why you would use that. And then transform on drop just does the effect once you let go of the mouse. So I'm going to come in here and I'll come in not too tight, just a little ways out like this, not too far out, not too tight in. And I'll go clear around the hair like that. Now I need to make sure that we get those hands. So I'm going to come a ways outside of the hands. There we go, just to make sure that that doesn't get lost. And I'll come around the figure out here. So you can see I'm not up against the figure, but I'm not out too far either. It's kind of a perfect spot. It's just about that much in there. So make your selection, come back around to your beginning point, and then grab your subject. You can then move the subject around, and I'll take the subject, put the subject right here, right in the middle of the picture, and then I'm matching up the rock, lining that rock up. I'm going to put it right about there is a pretty good center spot. There we go. And then hit the green check mark, and it's going to go through and then clean out that background area. We'll see how it did. Now, it didn't do a good job there. It messed up right here. So let's undo that. Let's bring our healing down a little bit, one notch, and we'll try that again. I'll pull the figure over right here. You'll see how it does here. And that did a much better job that time. So a little lower on the healing, did a much better job. Now, it's a little bit weird right here, and a little weird on the rock right there. We can fix both of those pretty easily. Let's just deselect. Everything else looks pretty good. Maybe it's a little bit of a line right here. Hard to tell right in there. I think we can touch that up. This is easy to fix. This is easy to fix. So let's go over here to the clone stamp tool. Soft edge is what you want. And I need a much bigger brush than that. Let me bring it up just a bit here. And for that, just a little bit of a touch up. So Alt key and click. And I'm just going to kind of tap in there just a couple of times to knock out that edge. That helped. Same thing right here, just a bit of that cloud right there. And I think that takes care of that. There we go. Little line right here, same trick. Just a couple little taps just to kind of confuse the issue here with the clone stamp tool. That's good. Okay, let's now fix that horizon line. So for that, I want to come in. There we go. Maybe a bit too close on that. I'll back out one notch. There we go. Now I want to take this horizon here and just clone stamp that right over on top of that. Obviously we're going to be going over her hand right here. So let's make a selection to protect that. I'll start up here someplace and make a nice careful selection right along the arm. And this is where it counts to be careful when you're making these manual selections. And then right around here and on the edge of that rock, and that's probably far enough in if I don't go too large on my brush size. There we go. And I'll just go down and around like this and back over to my beginning spot, which is right here. Back to our clone stamp tool. Okay, that brush is too big. Let's try half that size. That's a pretty good size. I'll start way over here. Hold the Alt key down, click right on that horizon line right there. And you can see there's the horizon. I'll bring it in and I'll match that right here, and I'll just paint straight over. And there we go, I cleaned up that horizon, that's good. And deselect. And then we have this kind of an odd rock thing happening right there. We can fix this as well. Again, I want to have a protection in here, so I'll come right down along the edge of this arm. Right down to where that rock is right here. Then I'll just pull straight across the top of the rock and kind of make a new top line here. A little variation up and down just a little bit. And there's the actual rock face, and then up around, back to our starting point. Back to the clone stamp tool. Now here, all I need to do is just take some of the sky here and just pull it straight down. So hold the Alt key and come right above that, click, and then right down there. That takes care of that bit. Pull it straight across, and there we go. So a little bit of something right there happening, so I'll come over here and just clean that out, and one more spot right there. Okay, deselect, back to fit on screen, and there we go. Real nice, clean, easy move. Took a little bit of cleanup right down here, and we had to come down and adjust the setting down here just a little bit. And that may need to be done. You know, try it once, see how it looks. If it doesn't quite work, just back up one step and try it again. But I think, there we go, I have a real nice, clean image move in here. Now, this is great if your figure is separate from a clean background. You know, this can be mountains back here, a field, the beach, whatever, as long as she's not overlapping onto another subject, another person. If that's the case, then this technique is not going to work for you. But if you have a clean background, it's actually a very fast, very easy way to do just kind of a quick move. I prefer taking the time and doing a real careful selection right along the edge and using refine edge, all that kind of stuff, but it takes a long time to do that. And if you just need a real fast, quick, easy move, this is a great tool for this kind of quick project. So there you go. That's how to use that Content Aware Move tool right over there. And if you like this video, hit that like button, click on share, click on subscribe, check out my channel. And if you want to really learn how to use Photoshop Elements, take a look at my complete training courses. There's links right down there in the description. The top link is for my new Photoshop Elements 2021 course, and the link below has all of my other courses on it. Okay, and I'll see you next time.